Okay, got a couple things on our plate today. One of them supposedly will answer a question that I asked last episode. I honestly don't remember the question I asked. I probably asked a bunch of them. But, gotta check out the lake. And apparently there was something just out of frame at the top of the mountain. So we kind of want to go to both places. First, however, the lake seems closer. This lake, in fact. And I actually do recall whatchamacallit, when we were doing the flyby. Yeah. Over there, we saw something that I hadn't seen before. I don't think we actually investigated this lake too well. I know we found this. I don't know if that's lined up well enough. Yeah, we found this one. Wasn't lined up well enough anyway. But maybe there's more to it than that. Either way. Oh, there's one of the obelisks we need to find. Or need to keep track of. So by the quarry, by the sun temple, also by the waterfalls on the mountain. It's 3 of them that come to mind. Huh. The lake is very reflective. Oh. You look like the start of something. Could that be the question I asked? About the clouds and the fact that they looked like an environmental puzzle at one point. And I asked, where do I stand to solve it? Maybe it has something to do with the lake. Oh, while it is reflective, we can kind of see under the surface. Can't do anything about that. So, keep our eyes peeled both in the sky, at the lake itself, and surrounding environments. Oh, okay. Before I forget again, can I get to it from around here? The windmill. We think that's the solution to 3 of our puzzles. Or environmentals. I just don't know. We haven't studied it enough to know all the possibilities. We see a lot of starting points, but no ending points. Oh wait, I see 3 ending points. 1 on each of the other fan blades. Okay. So we just have to figure out how to ride the different fan blades. In fact, I think I'm going to try to go for the last one first. I think we want to get off. Oh, I messed it up. We can't get onto this one. Actually, how do we get to that last one? Yeah, we needed to be on the bottom section to get to this middle one. Okay, we're fine. Luckily, it defaulted us back to there. But that last one that we need to solve, we need to find some way to either power this backwards. Oh, no. I think I see it. Okay. Possibly. So we want here. we need to stay on this section. No, 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 I wanted over there. Alright. We'll have to try that again and wait for it to go around. Yeah, if you notice, that one's missing a fan blade. We need to be underneath it so we can ride the next one to the top. But we'll be in store for a little bit of a ride here. And this, I'll have to keep track of the ones we solved now. This is the first one we solved. We're skipping the second one for now, and then we'll solve the third one. That's assuming I can get off of here this time. No, come on. Oh, going for another ride. I don't know why we're struggling to get off of this one. Maybe it's where we're standing. If we had a better angle. If we can't make it work this time, we'll let go and try it from a different angle. Unless... Oh! That's even worse. Okay. Maybe it'll be easier to get off the second one this time. Oh, and we also still have the question about that gray cloud. We know we can turn it white. Maybe the answer to that will be at the lake? Of why we would turn it white? Yeah, like we can get off this one easy, and it's the same thing. Why are we struggling to get off this one? It was like it started to go. Then it wouldn't go. There should be no difference between the two. Other than the height. Okay, let's go for another ride. And yeah, the second one will be easy to solve once we can get off of this. Well, I mean, the third one, we've already figured out the answer to that too. The broken tip. It's just we're struggling to get off this one for some reason. Alright, here we go again. Last time I tried going up, let's try going down. Maybe because of the position. Ah! Let's try standing somewhere else. We have to be able to see it though, that's the problem. Oh, can't get any closer than this, I don't think. Like, we have a great view of it now, so we should be able to do something just like that. But it's this one that's tricky, and I don't understand why. Come on. Alright. Now we're literally as close as we could possibly be. Maybe. Maybe we can get a tiny bit closer. I don't think it'll do us any good. Like, we've had zero trouble getting off of this one. Now that I say that, we won't be able to get off, probably. There we go. The question becomes, why are you so difficult, mister? Nothing about you should be any different. Other than your height. Oh, that time I think we're too high. And we can't sit in the second one as like a temporary holding. Because as soon as that one comes across it, there's no way on it. This will also answer a question if the rotating spinny things that we thought we're pretty sure we saw had to deal with the Sun Temple one, or maybe these are completely different, and so are those. Okay. We can't get off it ahead of time. It has to be on the back end, otherwise it runs us over. Oh. Yeah, I think we're too close to it now, to be quite honest. Part of me wants to just give up on this. Like, I know the answer, it's just for whatever reason I can't execute it. Maybe being farther away will make it easier. If this doesn't work, we'll have to try that. Considering the getting up close and personal doesn't seem to be doing the trick. No, like we started to get on it. Okay. I feel like the angle might be a little bad, though. Like, maybe we want to be more to the left. Yeah, we'll find out. Like I said, the first one, nice and easy. There should be no difference between the first and the second, so I don't understand what's going on. So the only difference is its height. Can't get off on that one. For this one we can relatively easy. Oh yeah. So let's try going further away to the left. But still being able to see the bottom of it, because we have to be able to get underneath the other fan blade. Actually, no, it'd be that tower. Maybe this is where it was meant to be done. We thought it was way too far away the first time. When well, we didn't actually try it, we just kind of looked at it. Okay, can I get off? No. What is going on there? We'll ride around one more time. If this doesn't work, I'll have to ask you guys for any tips. Or if any of you have even had trouble with this, maybe it's just me. Because yeah, if it doesn't work from here, I have no other ideas. This time we'll try riding, or going up. There's a little bit left to go up, instead of trying to pull it down. Maybe that's what the height does for us. I don't know what's going on. I can't get it to work. Alright, back to the lake. That's a little frustrating, not gonna lie. When you know the answer and it's a trouble of execution, then you know it's completely you. Unless, hopefully it's not. Maybe you guys can shine some light on that for me. Well, we have our Lady of the Lake somewhere around here. Where'd she go? There she is. Lady of the Lake. Okay. Oh, it's flickering up there too. Okay. Oh yeah, we also have the clouds that we wanted to keep an eye on. Got a tree in our way right now. Where'd that half cloud go? There it is. Probably walk across this? No, not quite. We can walk onto it a little bit. Well, we can go to that side, see maybe what we can see. Yeah, we can't cross at all? No. Looks suspicious. I'm suspicious of everything, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, there's also the reflections of the cloud. That could have something to do with it as well. We can see the cloud. Well, we see the half open part of the cloud. We don't see the spot that looked like a path. Are you part of the shipwreckage? What are you doing over here? We do know we have the shipwreck puzzle we still need to solve. The fact that pieces of it are washed up over here is confusing. If that is indeed what it is. Now I could just be missing it. In fact, I probably am. But I don't feel like any of my answers are quite solved. In fact, I got more questions now. It's fine. We're not done yet. Now we know some of the clouds move. In fact, the one close to the mountain is moving to the left, and probably soon will move back to the right. Looks like everything's moving to the left a bit. And the one on the mountain hasn't started moving to the right yet, surprisingly. So that could be what I need to do at the lake, is just take my time, enjoy myself, wait for the clouds to get in a position. Problem is, there's still quite a few places to stand at the lake. Yeah, surprisingly, that cloud just kept going. We know these are splitting up a little. I don't think this one's moved. So that seems like an important starting point for it. So it's got to be a specific time. I don't think they reset when I look away, so we can try to find the place. It looks like it'll fit the closest. And it could also just be complete red herring and the fact that that one looks like a starting point, whereas other spots look like a path. And maybe it has absolutely nothing to do with the clouds and I'm jumping to conclusions. Trying to circle the lake without actually seeing what I can walk on. It's a bit of a hassle. What we really need is to find the other half of the starting point. If anything, it's getting more and more fuzzy on this side. As we get away from the lake, it's starting to look more and more like a regular cloud. I can't see what I'm stuck on. Obviously a path I'm not supposed to walk. If anything, it's looking a little too spread out now. Hey, we're at the beach. Okay. Yeah, the lake is when it looks the most like a half circle. But where's the other half of the circle? Actually, it's starting to look less like half of a circle now. Well, I mean, it looks like it, but it's not sharp. It's actually a little bit sharper over... Where was it? We had a sharp spot. No, that's not it. Still brings into question, where's the other half? Like, it looks relatively sharp here. Oh. Relatively. Okay, there's also another thought. Stupid windmill. Try you again. Even further away. Oh. I don't think we can get low enough, though, to get underneath the fan blade. Maybe it's just the perfect height. Come on. Why? Why do you hate me? Maybe we just need to have a lot of travel on here, and I'll want to like default us back if something weird happens, but I don't even know what weird happening could be. Oh, it felt like we were on it. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing wrong there. I'm also still confused about you. Time for a trip to the mountain, I think. I don't think that'll clarify the cloud problem for me, but that's another lead we have. Well, I can't even call it a lead necessarily, more of a loose end. Yeah, I'm not sure what I was supposed to find at the lake. Oh. Well, that explains our gray puzzle. Like I said, sometimes you just have to be in the right spot at the right time. Crap. Can't get down from here, can I? No! Hopefully the clouds will still be lined up nice for me. Since we've seen that they do move. Cloud. We want you to face right about here, I think. Get it over there. Bingo. Now, this still isn't the same as the other cloud stuff we saw. But it's a start to something. Okay, that's one question. Well, not even a question. That was actually completely brand new. Now we need a cross. Yeah, that was something related, but wholly new. Yeah, okay. You know what? I don't think that half spot will be my answer. Because I think these are the cloud. Yeah, these are the clouds I was looking at before. Actually, well, there is something up here. Is that the half cloud we saw before? Now we're seeing the other half of it. I think we need to be more on the mountain for the stuff to line up right. That actually might be the half that we were trying to keep track of. One problem being it's nearly impossible to keep track of it while walking around. Along this part. But yeah, you are definitely... Okay, we're not quite there. Oh. Oh, the clouds are moving, which is also making this tough. Do we have to wait for them to move into the right spots? 'Cause this is definitely a puzzle. I think they'll move back and forth. I think we need this one to move out of our way, and this one to get in a position. But I think this is as much of a circle as we make this one. Well, I guess we'll sit here and watch the clouds for a bit. If it takes too long, I'll probably cut it out. I will point out, from here, the start spot has not changed. Everything else has changed drastically. But the start spot has not changed, so I think this is the spot. We just have to wait for the clouds to arrange themselves properly. Okay, I will point out, it doesn't seem like the clouds have moved in a while. I think we're waiting on a different cloud to get in position. Basically, it has to circle around. I don't know where that cloud is right now because we have a mountain in our way. But, Yeah. I don't know how long that's going to take. I've already waited here for a bit. In fact, are any of these clouds moving? I don't even think it's around yet. Then it looks like there's other ones. Like, we know that's part of what we solved, because that was the gray cloud. We're seeing some of the other clouds. Okay, we'll come back to you. Maybe we just need to figure out what else is going on. Try to remember your location. Or it's possible we're just not in the right spot. But I mean, we could start it from there. Everything looked good. And yeah, now we can't even see it. It was part of that jumble. See like half of it. Yeah. Okay. Now for this one, there's something that was apparently just out of frame at one point. So we need to closely investigate. We already saw you, right? Maybe not.
Up there, you go around every hour and a half. Time after time after time.
Crap. We did
You
listen
wake
to this
up
one.
usually in the mornings, and just the way that the track of your orbits go, you wake up over the Mideast, over North Africa. As you eat breakfast, you look out the window as you're going past, and there's the Mediterranean area, and Greece, and Rome, and North Africa.
Man, this
and
one
the
was such a
Sinai,
long
the
one,
whole
too.
area.
We've already listened
And you
to it.
realize that in one glance, that what you're seeing is what was the whole history of man for years, the cradle of civilization. And you go around down across North Africa and out over the Indian Ocean and look up at that great subcontinent of India, pointed down toward you as you go past it. And Ceylon off to the side, Burma, Southeast Asia, out over the Philippines, and up across that monstrous Pacific Ocean. Vast body of water. You've never realized how big that is before. And you finally come up across the coast of California and look for those friendly things. Los Angeles and Phoenix and on across El Paso. And there's Houston. There's home. And you look, and sure enough, there's the Astrodome. And you identify with that, you know? It's an attachment. And down across New Orleans, and then looking down to the south, and there's the whole peninsula of Florida laid out. And all the hundreds of hours you spent flying across that route, down in the atmosphere, all that is friendly again. And you go out across the Atlantic Ocean and back across Africa. And you do it again, and again, and again. And that identity, that you identify with Houston, and then you identify with Los Angeles, and Phoenix, and New Orleans, and everything. And the next thing you recognize in yourself is you're identifying with North Africa. You look forward to that. You anticipate it. And there it is. That whole process begins to shift of what it is you identify with. When you go around it in an hour and a half, you begin to recognize that your identity is with that whole thing. And that makes a change. You look down there, and you can't imagine how many borders and boundaries you crossed again and again and again. And you don't even see them. At that wake-up scene, the Mideast, you know there are hundreds of people killing each other over some imaginary line that you can't see. From where you see it, the thing is a whole, and it's so beautiful. And you wish you could take one from each side in hand and say, look at it from this perspective. Look at that. What's important? And so a little later on, your friend, again those same neighbors, another astronaut, The person next to you goes out to the moon. And now he looks back and sees the Earth not as something big, where he can see the...
I think this one's shorter.
The relation between the controller and the controlled is reciprocal. The scientist in the laboratory studying the behavior of a pigeon designs contingencies and observes their effects. His apparatus exerts a conspicuous control on the pigeon, but we must not overlook the control exerted by the pigeon. The behavior of the pigeon has determined the design of the apparatus and the procedures in which it is used. Some such reciprocal control is characteristic of all science. As Francis Bacon put it, nature, to be commanded, must be obeyed. The scientist who designs a cyclotron is under the control of the particles he is studying. The behavior with which a parent controls his child, either aversively or through positive reinforcement, is shaped and maintained by the child's responses. A psychotherapist changes the behavior of his patient in ways which have been shaped and maintained by his success in changing that behavior. A government or religion prescribes and imposes sanctions selected by their effectiveness in controlling citizen or communicant. An employer induces his employees to work industriously and carefully with wage systems determined by their effects on behavior. The classroom practices of the teacher are shaped and maintained by the effects on his students. In a very real sense, then, the slave controls the slave driver, the child, the parent, the patient, the therapist, the citizen, the government, the communicant, the priest, the employee, the employer, and the student, the teacher. B.F. Skinner, 1971.
Okay, now that they're done talking. By the way, I thought those couldn't be replayed. Apparently I was wrong. I saw something and then I just saw it again. Crap. There's a wire. Okay, that's where it was going. I lost track of it. But, if we notice, this wire's not lit coming out of the top of this box. I don't know if it was always that way. We didn't really look at it again after this opened up. I just assumed that, like, the wire going into the box was powered up when we solved this. And then, you know, once we solved these puzzles, it opened up this. I thought that's this wire lighting up. But, actually, it is connected to this box. What happens if we just don't solve you? No. That didn't change anything. Okay. So I think we need to light this box up some more. We need to follow this wire. I kind of lost track of it when all this speech was happening. I thought, like, it looks like it goes into here. So I thought it was connected to this pile of junk. So I was trying to see where it came out. However, just here, I didn't notice this, so we got something to trace again. I'm guessing that's where it comes out of the pile of junk? Or is this a different wire? Either way, we got something to follow. It goes off that way. Which we can't see where that goes. We also did see it somewhere else, too. I think it was at the other exit here. It also kind of makes sense that that's where it would resume. Yeah, like maybe a drape down. Stack of books. Oh, I didn't even notice this. Hi there. Make yourself a little book fort. And this is definitely a case of a flashlight would be helpful. Okay, it's going onto the steps. From the steps. Is it tracing them? Or does it drop down? Oh, it drops down that way. Okay. Kind of see it right here. I think this is it right here. Yep. Okay, ducks underneath and through. I don't think it ties to the psychedelic ones. This probably comes underneath. So we need to solve this to be able to get back out. Crap. We might have to default... Actually. Maybe we're fine. No. If we want this to work... Actually. Take you across. Yeah. We need to get it back to where we had it with the blue being the entry exit. I think it just works easier that way. And then for you... something like that should work. And then head back around. Actually, wait, no. I don't think that's quite what we want. Actually, should be fine for the moment. Might be a mistake. Let's just start this one over. If I recall, the blue to the exit was easier to solve anyway. I don't remember the solution off the top of my head, so it'll be a little bit of trial and error. But I kind of remember the trick a little bit with the running back and forth and partially solving it one way, partially solving it another. Oh wait, no, we wanted to come down because we needed those. We need the orange to be able to circle those ones. So yeah, a little bit of trial and error. Maybe come down here, then here. I think that's right. Actually, let's try that one more time. I think we want to circle the white one first. So like that. Actually, maybe not. Yeah, we can't get the blue to an exit. Or not the blue, the orange. So yeah, it would have to be like this. And then we get the orange one to an exit, while encompassing a couple of the... Yeah, like this. And then... Oh. We need to do something with the blue so that the orange can encircle the dot. Oh yeah, This right here. There we go. And then this one can now get the dot as well, so that the white and the blacks will be separated from each other, and we can just come out the exit. There we go. Solved you. I'm actually thinking I know where that wire leads now. And if it's what I think it is, it actually doesn't help me whatsoever. Which is a bit of disappointment. Unless... Okay, the wire seemed like it came down somewhere over here. Or disappeared over here. Yeah. Oh no, that's a different thing. Like, I think the wire leads to over here. Problem is we lost track of it. And yeah, it's actually this light. That's not the wire we saw. Also, we can walk over here for some reason. Let me test something else out real quick. No, that doesn't power this on. Like, I feel like the wire is one of these wires. And then there's another one, but we can't see where it goes. Oh, hello.
In any case, our 3-days-old infant cannot be very confident of any interpretation it puts on a universe which it only discovered a minute or two ago. We have said it has 70 years of life before it, but in truth, its expectation of life would seem to be nearer to 70,000 years. It may be puzzled, distressed, and often irritated at the apparent meaninglessness and incomprehensibility of the world to which it has suddenly wakened up. But it is still very young. It might travel half the world over before finding another baby as young and inexperienced as itself. It has before it time enough and to spare in which it may understand everything. Sooner or later, the pieces of the puzzle must begin to fit together. Although, it may reasonably be doubted whether the whole picture can ever be comprehensible to one small and apparently quite insignificant part of the picture. James Jeans, 1928.
Well, that's a fun name. James Jeans. Okay, we found the wire. And I do believe that is the wire we are tracing. And it leads to the back of this, which then means there's a different wire heading further down, which we can't seem to do anything. Like, we can't go any lower. Solving these puzzles just open up this door. It doesn't turn on his puzzle. My thought was maybe the wire is part of this pressure pad. We just missed it before. It does kind of appear that maybe that wire comes this way. Maybe it doesn't actually go underground. It comes out here somewhere. Possibly. Maybe there's another puzzle here we didn't notice. we know what this takes us out, which isn't what we're aiming for. That's what these wires all led to. I don't foresee us getting any lower than this. Like we're practically at sea level. Yeah, that's the wire that I feel like we traced the entire way, but at no point did I see anything to light it up. I feel like we need to light it up so we can light this guy's puzzle, so we can then solve his puzzle. And the wire either goes off this way, or it heads back into this room or underneath all that stuff. Is there another way down that I just am not seeing? Oh. Hello. Is something over there? How do you open? Can't see due to reflection. Is there a path? There's clearly a puzzle, though. Does solving you cause this to open? I could see that being a passageway. But how do we get you to light up? So yeah, you could be a passageway that leads into this section. Unless, can we solve you from here? No, I think the glass stops us from actually interacting with it. Well, looking for answers, I have more and more questions. Okay, I saw something in editing with the windmill in particular, and I have an idea. We'll fast forward to that. And we're back at the windmill. Now, in editing, I thought about something. Maybe it won't, like, we have no trouble getting on this the first time. It's the second time we can't figure out. Maybe it's because we're not supposed to. Maybe it won't let us because it's already considered that part of the solution. So we're like backtracking on ourselves essentially. So my thoughts is let's get on this upper section first. Then on to this one. And then try to get off of it on its way around. It'll take a little bit longer. But like I said, maybe because we're doubling back on ourselves, it didn't like it. If this works, I'll be extremely happy that I was able to figure it out. However, it'll be near the end of the episode. Yeah, it is a case of I wish it was a little bit faster, but at the same time I wish it was a little bit slower so it's easier to get off. But if we can get off here first try, we'll know this is the answer. If we can't get off, then back to the drawing board, I suppose. There it is. It was doubling back on ourselves, and it didn't like it. Okay, we'll go for the last one. Now watch it not hop on for some reason. Then that's a completely different problem I won't know the answer to. No, we got it. Okay. And then time to do the same thing again for the second fan blade. Instead of skipping it, we'll hop on. Just have to take this guy for a little ride again. Yeah, part of what clued me into this was the fact that at no point do we actually use that second section. There had to be a reason it was there. And this would be the reason. Alright, let's get ready to get off of this guy. Assuming it wasn't just some kind of fluke. Oh no. That was clearly what it was. Okay. Well, we have this solved now. So I can rest easy tonight in that regard. And boom. All three of those. Oh, and it does look like it goes off towards the Sun Temple. So those are probably the three. Anyways, see you next time back at the mountain. See if we can't figure that out. And we're back again. Once again, in editing, I noticed something. However, this time it had to do with our question about the mountain. More specifically, that wire that we spent a while tracing. I noticed a little something at the bottom of that yellow box. It was just like a flap that seemed like it was open. I don't know if it was always like that. I don't even know if it was anything real. Could have just been something I caught out of the corner of my eye while editing. So we're back again. Let's try to figure that one out. Also, while we're here, let's see if we can't check on our clouds. See if maybe they're in position. I believe it was from right here. They might not be in position, but it looks like they're getting to that point. Okay, we'll do this real quick. The cloud actually looks like it's moving towards us this time. So we got a 2-fer going. Well, maybe just a 1-fer. I don't know if my solution for that wire is correct or not. But yeah, it looks like everything's falling into place for us right now. And also, apparently we weren't waiting for that cloud on the left to circle around. We were waiting for it to come back. Okay, we made some progress. Just keep pushing. Just keep pushing. Ah! There she is. Now, is that all the cloud puzzles? I have no idea. Is that the actual half of a cloud that we saw near the lake? Hopefully. Am I going to continue to have to look at the sky for other puzzles? Yeah. Until we know we've found everything. Okay. In editing, this is what I saw right here. I don't know if that's actually anything. But I don't recall ever actually looking up at the box. We might have seen that at some point. Oh. Come on. Stupid gray cloud. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if we actually saw that at any point. And if I did actually look up at it from underneath and not realize what I was looking at, that's probably the case. But I do think that's our other solution. Wait. Is this the path we normally take? I don't think it is. It'll work. Just a little out of the way. Okay. Once I do this, aside from going back and actually solving that puzzle, we've already traced the wire. We kind of know where that wire leads. So we know what that's going to be. But, I think we want you there. Yeah. All that leaves us is what's going on at the lake that it was called out to my attention. And I think I missed by one. Yeah. Unless there's another laser that I don't know about. But no. I didn't find any answers at the lake. I don't know what the question was, though, that I had. And for all I know, maybe I did find the answer. That's where we discovered that there was a second half. Or we discovered the first half of a starting point for a cloud puzzle. Maybe that's what I was supposed to find? For now, I'll keep it on the back burner. Then if I get completely, absolutely stuck again, we have the lake as a possibility. Okay, it should have been... Yep, that's exactly what it was. There we go. That's the other wire. Like I said, we already kind of know where it goes. And it'll be even easier to trace now that it's lit up. But we'll do that next time. Thank you all for watching. Hope you have a great night. Take care.